All right, what's up, guys? Mike here, and today I want to give you my honest opinion about the Lumineers' new album, simply titled 3. Um, First, I want to say that I am a huge Lumineers fan. They're one of my favorite bands. My wife and I got to see them in the city a few years ago, and it was one of my favorite concert experiences. So it goes without saying that I was very excited about this album. But I think my gripe with the album, well, I have a few gripes with the album. First of all, I still think it's beautiful, and I think they're great songwriters, and songs like Gloria and Donna and Leader of the Landslide, It Wasn't Easy to Be Happy for You. These are some really great tracks, so I don't want to downplay that, and I think what they're doing is really beautiful. I also love the idea that it's a concept album, and they're basically doing music videos for every track on the album, so I like that. But sometimes it feels, and again, I'm just being honest, guys, so don't crucify me for this. It feels like they put more effort into this being a concept album and releasing, all these music videos than they did in the songs themselves. A lot of the songs are very stripped down, and a lot of the times it's just his voice and the guitar, which still sounds amazing, but they're such a versatile band that I wanted to hear more. Like, I wanted to hear some bass, I wanted to hear more drums, I wanted to hear a full band. I don't know, it just felt like something was lacking. And then basically, so before the album even dropped, they already had released 6 tracks, I think, right? Yeah, so they released 6 tracks out of a 10-song album, which also includes 3 bonus tracks, and I'll talk about that in a second. So basically, if you bought this album on release date, there was already 6 songs released, so you only really had 4 new songs, all right? So you had 4 new songs, one of which is a reworked version of the song they did for Game of Thrones. Now, from what I read, and that track is Jimmy Sparks. From what I read, that song was written first, and I guess it was rewritten for Game of Thrones to make the lyrics fit for Game of Thrones. But it almost makes you feel a little cheated, like you got a song that you already heard, and I keep hearing the Game of Thrones version, which I actually prefer. So there's that. And then you do have the 3 bonus tracks, but I'm a little perplexed by why they're even calling these bonus tracks. What I'm looking at on Amazon, and maybe I'm wrong, guys, let me know, but I'm not even seeing like a deluxe version of the album. Like, everything I see includes these 3 bonus tracks, so can you really even call these bonus tracks? I don't know. So maybe there's something I'm missing there. But again, I think this is something artists are doing, and I applaud them for taking a risk and doing this concept album and releasing all these songs. But honestly, I think artists should only release like maybe 2-3 tracks at most before an album release. Otherwise, you're buying an album and you already heard 50% of the album. So and then the last 4 songs were a little underwhelming for me. I like My Cell, but it is a little repetitive, but it's still a nice song. And out of the bonus tracks, I only really like Soundtrack Song. I'll give credit. It gave me that Submarines vibe, so I kind of like that. So I'm not trying to trash this album, because I think I'm assuming they worked really hard on the album, and there are some great gems in there. I would say my favorite tracks are Gloria and Donna by far. But I don't know, maybe it's just the structure of the way they basically released over half the album before the album was even released that kind of made me feel like, well, why am I going to go ahead and buy this album and I'm only getting a few more new tracks? So I think that's something they should think about. Well, artists in general should think about, how many songs really should we release from an album before it's released? Or in that case, why even release albums at all, right? Like, let's just release songs as you go and then just do a tour based on a collection of songs. I guess that's what an album is. But why, I guess it was a little strange to me why they did it this way. So anyways, that's my honest opinion. What do you guys think of the new Lumineers album? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Are you excited to see them? Do you plan on going to see them on tour next year? So let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching and subscribing, and I will see you next time.